Before, during, and after World War I, the aircraft industry underwent a dramatic change. Technology improved as different nations found a greater need for aircraft in reconnaissance, aerial warfare, and eventually bombing. Preparations for war included designing sturdy and easy-to-handle planes. These planes were mostly made of wood and not built to withstand aerial combat. The first planes of the war were scouts that nations used to spy on their enemies. The Blériot 11 had been used by Italy for reconnaissance during the Balkan Wars. The Bristol Scout plane was the first scout plane used by the Royal Flying Corps at the start of the war. It was also the precursor to the Bristol fighter. The Pamilio PE was an Italian plane designed specifically for reconnaissance missions. The pilots would scout enemy lines under the cover of darkness. French recon pilot Roland Garros was the first to mount a machine gun on his plane that shot through the propellers at a timed rate. In 1915, he was shot down behind enemy lines. The Sikorsky Fighter Scout was the first Russian plane to be equipped with a synchronized machine gun firing through the propeller. The U.S., which didn't enter the war until 1917, developed the Curtiss Flyer that was used to train pilots and later to transport mail. The Albatros D-2 fighter set the standard for fighter planes with its twin synchronous machine guns. The Albatros fighter was produced throughout the length of the war and gave Germany quantitative air superiority. Great Britain's Bristol fighter had the forward-firing synchronized machine gun as well as 2 guns for rear firing. This plane required 2 men to operate. Austria-Hungary developed the Phoenix biplane fighter that was known for its maneuverability. By the end of the war, France had developed the Vasson 5 bomber, which housed a cannon and could carry 132 pounds of bombs. Italy's triplane bomber was armed with up to 8 guns and could carry large payloads of bombs over great distances. The Caproni was mainly used in night raids. After the war, aircraft development and employment expanded. Obsolete planes were used in airmail delivery. New planes were developed and enhanced as a fashionable mode of personal travel that could be both expensive and quite time-consuming. Even though the Great War had ended, development of more advanced fighter and bomber planes continued. By 1935, the B series of planes had evolved into monstrous, sturdy, steel-coated machines that would change the face of warfare forever.